We can go over reclaims at another time. I mean, we might be able to hit it, but I gotta get this card knocked out. This is gonna take a hot minute. Um, let's see. We need to go to today's card. I never speed tested again. I should have speed tested. I kind of DC'd from the fucking report card, which isn't good. I did create a track for overnight to listen to when I sleep. So I do have a sleepy time track. Are you in here, Slim? Uh, okay, here, I'm gonna let you listen to this. This is mine for 60 days. As much as I want to change it up after today, I just can't do that. It, it's like yours. 3 seconds in is when the rain kicks in. I'm probably gonna listen to that because I need to listen to it as much as possible. I just want to gather some sample size real quick and play this fucking game. How do I feel? I feel like an A. What do you use to make loot timer? I use DaVinci Resolve, which is free. But I use this VMix program to record my voice. And then I also use this so I go on YouTube and I'll go like this. I will do a video series on it, but when? So type in something like rain. And this is just how I do it. So this is the very track I used. So copy the URL and then vmix is paid for. You should use OBS and then add input and then um, there's something called, where is it? Web browser. Paste. Okay. Now it will record that video. So what I do is I let this stream run for an hour or whatever. I mean, you could rip the audio if you want to do a YouTube to MP3 converter, but it's whatever. This one's obviously 10 hours. I ripped it for an hour 45. So there's several ways to do it. And then play. You can see the audio coming in. So it's picking it up. And then I just turn this down so I don't have to hear it. And then record. And once I have the recording of that, and I do a separate recording for my voice. So I'll go to add input, add my mic, and then just do a recording of my voice. I'll take both of those and then I'll put it in DaVinci. Which again is free. It's a very powerful video editor as well. Like compared to other things I've used. So here it is, context rain. And then I just drag the rain footage, which you can actually see here. So that is the video. right there. And then if we zoom in, it is my voice. And then I just keep adding the voice over and over, and then I progressively, the first 3 tracks are at a fixed audio of 1050, and then I go down 950, 850, 750, 650, and I believe at 350 it stays at that level. And then just export it, and then I stick it on YouTube, so I can access it on my phone, and I just go to sleep. Now I know Slim does it a different way, but that's how you do it. I played around with DaVinci, but use Premiere, whatever you want to use, but it's a combination of a stream software and whatever else. Oh yeah. I'm happy and grateful that I'm extremely focused and this is just such a mess. But we'll learn. Happy and grateful that I'll learn from today. I'm happy and grateful that but real quick, let me do this test. That I feel I'm an A right now. Probably not quite an A. Maybe like a A minus, maybe a lower end of the spectrum. Let me just do this. I did eat as well, so I do feel a lot better. The trick is when it's all coming at you, you kind of want to just move through it quick at some points. Oh, there it is, going ultra fast. Fuck. We're getting better at it because the patterns, there is a pattern to it, which kind of sucks. I wish it was more random. Oh, wow. It's all right. Like we're gonna score an A on it. Remember, this is a report card thing. Oop. And then there's gonna be, they all go to the right corner right there. Oh, I swear, every fucking time. Fuck, that got fast. 32-1, that's the best. Okay, so I guess I scored really good. Now, what I want to try doing is actually talking through it. That dragged the average down. I need to try talking through it because I want to know if I can, if talking to you guys while executing causes issues. So let's go ahead and get our card up. What do you mean? Can I stay as focused when I'm talking? Like, can I perform at a high level while speaking? Or do I need to I mean, I still talk to you guys, but I failed here. I failed. I should have been on top of that. Looking for a bottom tick or a mean revert to the composite, but the context must be built. I mean, yes and no. The plan, yes and no. I'm gonna say the plan really didn't work out very well. So no. Yes, we got an A. We're filling out the DRC. Actually, we're not even gonna score ourselves until we're done. Okay, what I learned today. Well, one thing for sure is I certainly complained about conditions a lot today. I complained about the order flow. I complained about the lack of volatility. I complained about skittishness. I was also thoroughly confused on direction a lot today. I often find volcano tops to be difficult to gauge. So we're gonna definitely look at the best trades because I took a shitload. We're gonna look at the best fucking trades. And just understand what's fucking working in this environment. Otherwise I just don't have the time to review all of that. I often be difficult to gauge. However, the skittish didn't help. The tempo also started to change drastically. Seemed to me complete stopped working. So let's actually make a new paragraph. There's a lot to fucking talk about, actually. Seemed to me complete stop working during power hour and reclaims kicked in. There was also a combination of overchop. Overchop is when the market, well, it wasn't quite overchop. Look at it. Yeah, I mean, right here, the way this winding motion in this zone. Notice how it's kind of done it here and then it did it here too. In the exact same fucking area. You're getting this bullshit here, here. You're getting it here as well. Like this fucking constant. But it ain't doing that anywhere else. I ain't really seen something like that. Notice how it's not really doing it on the other side. It's all down here like that. That's wild. And it's mostly at the bottom too. You kind of have it up there as well. So, I mean, fuck, yeah, you're kind of getting it there as well. Is there a micro range? It's bullshit. I mean, shit. It's all like downside it too. You ain't really getting it like this extreme kind of going on the up. Really. But look how it blows it out. Blows it out. Doesn't kind of blows it out. Blows it out. Then it keeps hitting a chain react here where it is not blowing any of it out right here. I mean, it does, but then it immediately goes back into that. And this is where the fucking tempo changed as well. This is when the reclaim started. I mean, the bars are really tall in this section compared to there. So you know that whole power hour is where it started to get crazy. Mm. I'm gonna play. I need to actually be playing my track. I'm gonna screenshot this. I do wanna look at the. I do wanna. Um. They're gonna complain about conditions a lot today. I complain about order flow. And I complain about lack of volatility. I complained about skittish. I was also thoroughly confused on direction. Thoroughly confused about direction today. On direction a lot today. I often find volcano tops to be difficult to gauge, however, the skittish and order flow didn't help. The tempo also started to change drastically. We went from low volatility, thin book with heavy stalls and quick runs to runs, which completes did work somewhat. And and we shifted to a higher volatility environment where completes seemed to not work. However, reclaims were working well. Reclaims and completes must align with a bigger picture setup, or else they will fail. cannot be hitting this shit in just anywhere. Seemed to me complete stopped working here and power hour reclaims kicked in. There was also a combination of this bizarre overchop and a downward channel. This overchop and a downward channel really confused me. I thought stop runs were setting up, and well, they did set up. The chopping was so extreme that finding a clean hit was almost impossible. The last trade did work out well, so I did find I need to. Okay, it's actually I need to pull it up. That was executed at. It didn't bottom tick. See, that's a reclaim. Fast shove down. Micro range. Right here, sort of. There's a complete of 10. And then it doesn't continue. So reclaim up, reclaim down. Watch. Reclaim up, reclaim down. But being in the micro range, this is now a good attempt. But we are in the middle of this bigger range, so it's not the best of attempts. However, it is embedding against. We had to hit that stop run section, and we are embedding against these higher noted areas. So there's a high. You do have the mean that could start sucking on the trade right there. And that's when it works. But then it comes completely back. So I left, a lot on the table. Reclaim up, reclaim down. And then it's still kind of slipping in this section. Now this is on 2 times speed, so there is a slip here as well. So also, that's such a solid reclaim right here. See how this one just sticks out and it's a decent distance. like see that wick? That was a reclaim up, reclaim down, but then it gets reclaimed back. The problem is like you want to use it going forward. You kind of use it like it's like a slight dance. If you're gonna try to hit a reclaim, but it hits that reclaim a little too fast, it'll come back, and then you try to whack it on the pullback. I mean, there's a lot to it. We definitely need to take a picture of this though. I mean, we're kind of fucking with the easy play, so oof. What in the fuck? No, what the fuck? Oh, I'm pressing too hard on the pin. What the fuck, man? Come on, man. There we go. So, hold on. I do want to start talking about this trade though. Um, Give me a second. Thinking. All right. So a lot of confusion though. Oh, not that one. Body profile with many micro curves that span a large range span. 2. Tighter, more neutral curve that is within number 1, high and low day. This D shape is a sign that the overall three days are neutral. The market is unsure. The longer we go neutral over the course of many days, the more skittish the order flow gets. I think. I don't know. I don't know how to keep track of that. We gotta figure that out. I just feel as the week goes on more and more neutral. I personally feel that it starts to the order flow always typically gets more skittish. Whoa, Mac. I'm thinking, guys. Okay. This does I'm gonna make a side note on this. This does make sense as a smaller time frame, isolated D-shaped neutral curve does the same thing. So if we zoom in on a neutral day, the longer the chop pans out for, the more it starts to slide at a quicker pace through the center section of the curve. Essentially, I feel today was nothing but center section of a curve. What works in these environments is scalps. Trying to swing for the fences doesn't seem to pan out. The scalps, in my opinion, should be leveraged off higher time frame areas. Less context for a stop. Well, no, it needs to be like that. Non-farm Friday tomorrow. So the skittishness makes sense. The market is unsure. These numbers will be. Let's look at the execution. What I need to start doing is actually I need to start linking the video and then tagging the time slot on these setups so I can watch them. Setup. I think I'm going to build out a separate sheet so I can put all these videos and compile them with the time slot. So that way at the end of the month or at the end of the week, the end of the month, we can just go through all these trades again and just watch the footage on them. There's a lot to talk about on that one. There's fucking 9 points. Yeah. So let's actually do that. Let's create. Because I'd like to start reliving and rewatching shit like Slim. So would it be better to do it on a fucking spreadsheet? Actually, I'll go to edit video and then I'll put the time in it. That'll work. So 2:59. Shit. Oh fuck. 2:59:03. 2:59. Because then I can start doing footage for YouTube easier. 2:59:03. 2:59:03. So what I'll do is kind of time slot it here. This is why YouTube works. Playbook. Um, and then we save it, and then I'll just time slot all my recordings of the best footage. Really, I think that's the way to do it, honestly. Let's see, is the timing in there? Yes, it is. Hold on, let me just kind of zip through this. 2:59:03. Yep. Yep. Okay, that'll do. That's how we do it. And then I'll just link it here. Um, I just started doing this and do it with a spreadsheet. Make a sheet for each setup and link the video at the timestamp. And I'll link a Notion page with the setup. See, I don't know what the Notion is. I think you were the one talking to me about Notion. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, take it back to this. Yeah, okay. That's a better idea then. Playbook footage. We'll kind of, we're gonna move this down because I do have other shit. 10, 6, 20, 22. I should. Okay, yeah. All right. Copy, paste. Um, well, hell. Isn't there a way to short form it or some bullshit? Uh, text. DRC. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Notion is like Evernote. See, I've never used Evernote either. Um, I'll definitely have to do research at some point. I'm just so slammed, dude. It's like hard to get into new shit. Fucking make it like that. Just make it simple. And then we can just do that. Boom. Super simple. Cool. And then when we go to the video, it's like time slotted. Oh, see, I'm fucking retarded, man. That's the thing, man. I ain't got time. I ain't even got fucking time to make fucking YouTube videos, for fuck's sakes. It's like, then I gotta learn something new when this is working. You know what I mean? I need to bring that up on a bigger picture. So I'm gonna be writing about this, but we're gonna kind of look at it. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna have you guys get it. I just need to look at it on a bigger picture. So number one, um, tight channel on the way down. Sign of stop run, which these areas did historically stop run, but the over chop was pretty raw. This makes for a dirty window. It's hard to like pages, setups, all that shit. As long as you guys are doing something, you know what I mean? I appreciate you letting me know. I mean, what I would love, honestly, is fucking Trader View, man. I love Trader View, but since I have Jigsaw, but I also like this template for the DRC, so to be fair. Number two, never double bottomed or bottom tick. The rotation one tick above the prior pivot, which is often weird. So I don't know, you know, but to be fair,
manager.
Prior pivot. To be fair though, number three, second div bands, both ETH and RTH, both align here. This caused heavy snapping. I think not quite getting there, but yeah, man, it's when your deviations align like this, you definitely get some drama. But the day was over chopping. Was there a specific price in there? 55s, 60s. Number four. See, this is why I like to record the session because the profile was still in development on this screenshot, and the profile doesn't look like this after the fact. So I have a more accurate representation of the profile in the moment because was there specific structure that was tipping it off. Then the problem is when you take a screenshot of the profile after the fact, it's different. So number 4, hard taper on profile showing signs of a smaller curve, but the hard taper was also the potential low of day, which is almost balancing the entire session. Um, number 5, uh, higher noted mini volcano top, because that was a, or I'll just say micro volcano top. The price action started to gravitate here. Also, the combination of the slope from number 1 was a potential stop run area. This is also, remember I said it could roll here? I should have fucking started scaling. That's where I fucked myself. It's interesting because when it gets real peaky like this, like it could come from the bottom up, hit the point of control, roll, and then it could fucking do this bullshit, hit this point of control and roll. So these volcano tops are really goofy. Number 6, micro range. Number 7, solid reclaim of good length. That really had good length on it too. It's not too small, it's not too big. Number 8, bottom tick with a complete, actually. I will write how many lots that was in just a moment. That was 9 lots. Complete. With only 9 lots hitting 57 even. 9 slip zone. Slip zone. So it kind of was reclaiming. So a reclaim goes into a slip. So the difference between the two is you know, is there a fucking, does this work? Okay. So you know you got the reclaim would be like, you know, the price is trading or whatever, and then it shoots out and then it comes in. A slip would be where it's slips a like couple ticks. It could be bigger, and then it slips back, slips back. It's almost like a reclaim though. So you know, same thing. You get the reclaim, reclaim, and then another reclaim, and now it's starting to cycle into a slip. It's almost like you're getting fucking 3 pivots off of it. And then it starts just in these like the smaller ticks range, like say this is 4 ticks, these 2 middle ticks start to trade really fast. Now a slip can definitely go over the course of, you know, 6 ticks. It can be slipping 6 ticks, 8 ticks at times. But so it's basically a reclaim. That's starting to reclaim both ways, and it's not stopping. It's not hitting a solid zone. So that's, and you can see it how there's nothing that traded right there. I mean, so reclaim. Oh, that's the break even. So we got a bottom tick, which actually had 9 lots. So that was good as well. And then it doesn't top tick. So it should be hitting 59.75. There's a complete of 10 up there. Sorry guys, I gotta speed it up. There's a solid reclaim. Oh shit, it was 10 lots that traded there. I thought it was 9. 10 at 56.50. Oh shit, I was looking at the wrong shit. 56.50. But it did complete there as well. So a complete. Interesting. Maybe completes do work. See how fast it went up, and then it reclaims back in, and then this area could slip back up, which it just is right there. So hit it on the bottom of the slip, and then you should start to get kind of these free peaks at the top, like so. But if you're not looking at a 3-second Auction Vista style chart, you're going to not see them. So I'm really do need to I need to talk about this then. I certainly compare Control B side note.
Is there a
Yep. Above. Oh shit. The above comment about completes not working was not entirely true. Looking at the footage of my last of my trade below. The completes are sloppier when the volatility and the volatility is high. And the chop seems more random. Just a point where it's hard to get reads. Hold on real quick, guys. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, I think we just named everything off. Uh, this entry was solid because there was a micro range on deck. Micro ranges have edge. If I'm confused, hunting the range seems to always be where the edge comes in. So that's the play. I mean, it comes back. We do need to actually take a screenshot of that. It was the easiest layup. I mean, that was a fucking $4,600 trade that came back. That's why I had to leave at the end of the goddamn day. Let's we'll leave those channels there, but man. Okay, guys. Hold on. This was a good trade too. This one actually rotated off 5 complete. And I shorted that. And then I believe at this time we also picked up another good trade at 1238. Yeah, we picked up 500 bucks. Here, and we took it all the way to. That's where I was trying to ride that one lot. Yeah, sort of a bottom tick there. I felt so good about this one too, man. That was another good one. Shit, dude. Notice how VWAP really held it all down too. Fuck hell, dude. Shit, I don't know. All right, so all right, so now we're gonna just kind of oh, we need to keep going. Um, Shit. What I improved upon today? I don't even fucking know. What did I improve upon today? My manage. Solid. Yeah, but what did I do good today? Like, what am I trading today? What did I do good? So when I'm constantly confused, I need a solution. I gotta think. Really, I do need to continue to listen to this hypno track at night. I mean, I've only done it once. I mean, I'm doing it right now, but what is it, Womack? You gonna go outside? Hold on, guys. If I'm confused and I keep saying I have no idea, then I need to figure something out. I'm trying to think of a solution. Uh, Obviously, I need to step out. Well, I just need to figure out where would it, uh, where I don't know. I think instead of like getting so sucked into the price action, I need to like look at the bigger picture and just mark out potential areas. Really is I just need to wait for a range to establish. I mean that's one thing I need to do. I also if volatility if volatility kicks in, I'm gonna just meditate on this shit. If volatility kicks in to a super high level, then reclaims reclaims. I just need to wait for a fucking establish to establish. Mark out areas. Mark out areas on the chart that have major pivots. All right. I mean, these are notes. I really need to take these into the next set because I mean, I'm listening to this track, so I can only do so much at this point. Um, next to this. Is there any mic? Oh, All right, we're almost there. Um, let's see. I maintain composure, which was good. I need to pay attention to my confusion more. If I'm limp, then the hands seem to not be that great. I really need to start finding a solution for this. I think I have something. I'm not sure if that's good enough. I did take some stellar trades, but in a skittish environment, we should cut them. The sign was when I fell tipped the initial trades and grinded my way to a 1K balance in the beginning. Oh, how many trades was that? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 20 trades. God damn. Fuck, man. God damn. Maybe I. Actually, there was a roll. Where was it? Let's Pock roll. Okay, let's just kind of go through everything. Let's pull up a different track to listen to. Oh shit. So we're gonna get into a meditative state. So we definitely took the vitamins, which is good. Ooh. We should actually do that tomorrow's way. I'm gonna actually take these same notes and put them into the next day because I just think that would be a good idea. Need to take those fucking vitamins. All right, just listening to this. No voiceover. And I'm going to get into a meditative state. So give me a moment while I do that. Okay. Looking for a bottom tick or a mean revert on the composite, but context must be built. So essentially, I did do that. The the bottom tick never did really happen, but the context. And now I also fucked up by not going into this area. I can't let that happen. I think I would have graded myself lower, and then I could have potentially done something. Taking some heat, trying to fade a clear mean revert. No reason to trade. Starting to get tired. Took a stellar short on a complete PB that completed 5 times. I remember that one. So I want to think about that trade, even though we didn't look at it. The complete definitely has something going for it. So I'm just reliving that trade. Just reliving that trade. There was a lot of other context behind it as well. And again, it was this right here. And we scaled it right on the bottom because I knew that there's a high probability that it could slam back because it was bouncing off this high-ish node area. And we were going to volcano top. So that was good. What I learned and improved upon today. I certainly complain about the conditions a lot today. I want to think about that for a second. The complaining. You guys heard the complaining. There's definitely a common theme that when I complain, there's no conviction. And when there's no conviction, that trading does struggle. So what do we need? We need more patience to build out more context. Maybe look for a range. Typically, when it's excruciatingly choppy, there is always a window, but you have to just let it play out. And it tends to tell you, but you just have to be patient. See how I thought about the complaints and how I'm thinking about what to do to remedy it. I complain about the order flow and I complain about the lack of volatility. Again, the theme of the day was complaining. What do I need to do to fix it? Wait. Look for an area. Is there a range? Let it chop. Let it build the range. I'm just imagining chopping, the range being built. Just imagining that, just reliving it, just living it, making up some sort of scenario. Micro range to get in, reclaims, completes, tracking, building context. The problem is sometimes I'm building context in bad areas. So how can we build out context in good areas? When should we engage and disengage with that? Okay, I complained about skittishness. Let's think about the skittishness for a second. It would pause often, barely moving, and then explode. Pause, pause, stall, 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 explode. Pause, 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 explode. We need bigger picture setups to combat this. These setups are often near an edge or a range. Things must align. There must be multiple factors of support. Yesterday's amazing trade was multiple factors of support. I was also thoroughly confused on direction a lot today. Think about that confusion. Again, the confusion. Need multiple factors of support. Is there multiple factors of support? Is there multiple factors of support? I need multiple factors of support. I must stay aware of multiple factors of support. Stay aware of multiple factors of support. I often find volcano tops to be difficult to gauge. However, the skittish and the order flow did not help. Think about the volcano top. Um, However, the skittish and the tempo also started to change drastically. We went from low volatility, thin book, and heavy stalls and quick runs, which completes did work somewhat, and then we shifted to a higher volatility environment where completes seemed to not work. That's all bullshit. However, reclaims were working well. Think about the reclaim. Think about that shift when that shift started to happen. I saw it. But the thing is, we've been hyper focused on completes, and we need to not forget about our other techniques. We need our completes, reclaims, and slips to all and micro ranges all to work seamlessly as one unit, much like the DOM and the tape. Just thinking about all of those things working together as one unit. Don't hyper focus, don't tunnel vision, none of that. All right, side note. The above comment in completes not working was not entirely true. Looking at the footage of my trade below, the completes were sloppier than the when the volatility is high and the chop seems more random. So the thing is, it really was cycling between high volatility to a lower near the end of the day. So there was a lot of this on-off cycling, much like the price action when I stepped in, where it would come in, pause, go. I'm just imagining myself being aware of the shifts immediately catching on to the shifts and understanding the technique shift. Okay. Next, reclaims and completes must align with a bigger picture setup or else they will fail. They must align. If the bigger picture is not there, it doesn't fucking matter. Thinking about taking trades where everything is aligned. Seemed to me complete stop working during power hour and reclaims kicked in. There was also, well, that's not entirely true. There was also a combination of bizarre overchop, but in a downward channel. I want to know if this is going to be a common theme, so let's just look at that. All those like channels I marked out. I can see how that really fooled me into stop runs, but they did blow out. They did blow out. All these blew out, but these didn't blow out yet. So this is where like the themes shifted. So the downward channel is a good stop run, but that sort of pattern, we did nail it, but we nailed it out as it was coming out. So can we like potentially see something if we zoom in on the other ones? They're so crazy, man. Right there is when it starts to pin up. Right there, that was your sign. This one was a little harder. Kind of have that bottom tick. That could be viewed as a range. Do the mid. What about this one? But at that point, that wouldn't be good. It just depends where it is structurally. It can't be anywhere. I mean, there was a clear shift there, so. This over chopping and downward channel really confused me. I thought stop runs were setting up, and while they did set up, the chop was so extreme that finding the clean hit was almost impossible. Want to think about the frustration on that in a calm state of mind. Just relive how I kept saying there's stop runs. Why is it not going? What the fuck? Just thinking of how frustrated I am. Cussing. Calling the market a cunt. Just thinking of all the bullshit that was coming out of my mouth and how upset I was. In a calm state of mind. Um, the last trade, the chopping and downward channel really confused me. I thought stop runs were setting up. The chopping was so extreme that finding the clean hit was almost impossible. Not entirely. You just gotta let it play out longer, and then let it really talk. The last trade didn't work out well, so I did find I need to come back to this and rewatch what happened. Okay, so we did do that. My management was solid even though the trades didn't work out, but for more than a couple of ticks. When I did hit runs, I cut knowing that the market wasn't home run territory at first. So let's think about that. We came in solid and then we got a bit sloppier. It's kind of forcing an opinion into the market. Okay. However, as the session panned out, I did let two big trades come back. The environment was extremely tricky, so I'm happy I cash flowed the start and maintained composure in the beginning. So again, just thinking about the composure. Could have been hitting better areas, to be honest with you. Um, Changes I need to make from today. If I'm confused and I keep saying I have no idea what, then no idea. Then what I need to do is wait for a range to establish. Mark out areas on the chart that have major pivots. So think about that. The major pivots, where all the major pivots start marking it. Where are the ranges? Are there ranges? If volatility kicks into a super high level, then focus on reclaims and be wary of completes. So think about your reclaims. Think about how they kind of fake you out. They go, come back, go, and then there's a flip. How do you time that? Visualize myself timing it. Overview. I'm happy that I listened to my nighttime track and filled out my DRC consistently this week. So I just want to visualize myself listening to the track again. I'm filling out the DRC, how that makes me an 8-figure trader. This is the work I need to do to become an 8-figure trader. Well, fuck. Think about being an 8-figure trader again. Let's actually kind of do some Wim Hof breath. Just one. And on the exhale, I'm going to think about being an 8-figure trader. So give me a moment. Okay, so just visualizing being an 8-figure trader, how I do enjoy doing this work, how this is going to take me to the next level to actually be a pro. Just looking at that video I sent you guys and just picturing myself getting better. Super important. Okay. I maintained composure, which was good. I need to pay attention to my confusion more. So I'm gonna visualize me just, you're confused. Be aware. Be aware. Do something about it. Look at major pivots. Where would there be areas you want to play? Mark them out and wait. Continue to build context, but wait for your areas. Be aware. If if I'm limp, then the hands seem to not be that great. And that's very true. If I'm confused, the hands are generally not that great. I really need to start finding a solution for this. Awareness is a great place to start, in my opinion. Just being aware of the confusion. The confusion is the theme of the day. Aware. Step away. Just wait. I think I have something, but I'm not sure if that's good enough. I did take some stellar trades, but in a skittish environment, we should cut them. The sign when I foul tipped the initial trades and grinded my way to 1K balance in the beginning off 20 trades. Maybe I can watch the running P&L. That's what I need to do. You know. Maybe I can watch the running P&L to see how tough the conditions are. Foul tipping is a sign the conditions aren't in my sweet spot. Think about that for a minute. Think about the foul tipping. Picking up a tick, picking up a tick, picking up a tick, picking up a tick. Break even, picking up a tick. Conditions aren't there. So you gotta wait for bigger setups and multiple factors of support. That's where the best hands are in that type of environment. All right. Any slight run can be solid. Holding longer needs plenty of context, but even then, in the skittish environment, they should be cut if any signs of rolls take place. So I'm thinking about that soft roll on the last trade. Could have nailed it right there. Thinking about it, I had a strong feeling. I should have scaled at least. That would have been better than nothing. Always scale. There's a lot of greed on that. ECS 600, number one, spotty profile with many microcurves that span a larger range. This. Tighter, more neutral curve that is within number one's high and low of day. This D shape is a sign that the overall 3 days are neutral. The market is unsure. It's also unsure because FOMC. I need to pay attention to the Econo Day calendar more frequently. And think of what's going to be coming up in the news. Check Econo Day. Side note, the longer we go neutral over the course of many days, the more skittish the order flow gets, I think. This does make sense as a smaller time frame. Isolated D-shaped neutral curve does the same thing. So if we zoom in on a neutral day, the longer the chart pans out, the more it starts to slide at a quicker pace through the center section of the curve. Essentially, I feel today was nothing but the center section of a curve. What works in these environments is scalps. Trying to swing for the fences doesn't seem to pan out. The scalps, in my opinion, should be leveraged off higher time frame areas. So I want to think about that skittish behavior for a minute. What is happening made sense. But it also makes sense because of fundamental analysis as well. Non-farm Friday is tomorrow, so the skittishness makes sense. The market is unsure of what these numbers will be. I gotta say this though. If this thing does decide to rotate tomorrow, it could start blowing through this entire range very quickly. When you get excruciatingly skittish days, those days tend to get blown out in a one foul swoop. So here we go. Tight channel on the way down. Sign of stop run. Which these areas did historically stop run, but the overchop was pretty raw. This makes for a dirty window. Number two, never double bottom or bottom tick. The rotation was one tick above the prior pivot, which is weird. Second, deviation bands, both ETH and RTH, both align here. This caused very heavy snapping. Number four, hard taper on profile shows signs of smaller curve, but the hard taper was also the potential low of day, which is almost balancing the entire session. Number 5, higher noted micro volcano top. The price action started to gravitate here. Also, the combination of the slope from number 1 was a potential stop run area. Number 6, micro range, solid reclaim of good length. And number 7, number 8, bottom tick with a complete of only 10 lots hitting. This one also had 9 lots, which should have been noted. Number 9, slip zone, and we got on the bottom of it roughly. This entry was solid because there was a micro range on deck. Micro ranges have edge. If I'm confused, hunting the range seems to always be where the edge comes in play. This did have MFS, which was completes, bottom tick, reclaim, and then slides. All right, guys, that is it. Maybe 10K tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so, dude. I'll talk about supplements tomorrow. I just don't want to do it right now. See you guys.